Hello and welcome. This is Professor Rasmussen introducing to you the syllabus for Introduction to Psychology, the online variety. So welcome. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for taking my course, and I really hope this helps. If you want to go in and print off the syllabus first so you can follow along with me, that might be the easiest. However you want to do it, you're an adult, so I think you can figure it out. But I'm going to start talking about the syllabus. So let's get started here. So basically, my email address, you can contact me there through CLC. If you want to contact me in person, you can go to my office, B252. If you want to call my phone number, my office phone number, there you have it right there. And if you want to give something to me that, I'm not there in person, you want to leave something in my office but you can't get a hold of me, you can leave it in the Business and Social Sciences Division office, and that's located in the T-Wing, Technology Wing, of the third floor. It's right near the elevators. So, if you want to bring in, I don't know what, it wouldn't be a paper because they're all, electronic submission, but I don't know, a present of some sort of variety, maybe a gift card, something like that, an apple. Bring it to my office or the division office, okay? Alright, so textbook, really simple. You can locate the textbook actually in two locations. First place is on Blackboard. It's all electronic, and the best thing about this is it's free. It's free to you students. So this textbook has been linked to the course, to Blackboard, and so I'll show you in my next talk, the talk where I am going to provide some details on the Blackboard course. I'll explain where you can find the textbook there. Awesome stuff, free. Nothing gets better than being free. Secondly, if you want to spend some money on the textbook, you're going to have to splurge here, folks. Yep, wait for it. $8. Yeah, $8 for the textbook if you want to buy a physical variety. That can only be purchased in the school bookstore, and comes, in loose leaf, 3-ring binder, but you get a binder for your viewing pleasure, so can't ask for much more. Only $8, it's no more than 10, okay? So, if you're the type of person who wants a physical copy, you can do that as well. Alright, so course description, we're going to talk about a lot of things related to psychology, developmental psychology, cognitive psychology, abnormal, the list goes on, okay? So basically, you can read through that yourself, but we're going to cover we're going to cover a lot of domains in psychology. Not all, but we're going to cover a lot. Here's the learning objectives. I think there's about 15, there's 16, I think. Yeah, 16 learning objectives. You can hit those on your own. You can, read those for yourself, but I'm not going to waste your time. You know how to read, you can do that. Alright, so let's go to policies. That's going to be an important thing here. So the policies is this. I accept no. So that means I don't accept any late work. I accept no late work. What's late work? You might ask, well, late work is anything handed in after the date at which the assignment or whatever was, scheduled was due. So anything that's late is late, okay? So this is 5 days late, 2 months late, 1 minute late, 30 seconds late. It doesn't matter. Once the deadline is passed, it's late and I don't accept it, okay? So just make sure you're in tune with that. Now there's going to be a lot of various grading potential this semester. What does that mean? Well, there's a lot of different sorts of objects that can be graded. Alright, so we have assignments. The assignments are like basically a weekly assignment. They're going to be chapter assignments. You're going to get about 3 of them per chapter, and you should complete these, by the end of the week to get credit. There's going to be 31 of them, and the cool thing is that they're only worth 1 point apiece, so if you miss a couple, it's not going to, really harm your grade. But if you miss a lot of them, that's 31 potential points. So you don't want to miss many. They're worth basically, from 0 points to 1 point. Yeah, you can complete these, and they're in the weekly assignments. Basically, I'll show you where you can locate these when I go to my next talk on the course the Blackboard courses layout. All right, but weekly assignments. Discussion board. There's going to be about 6 of them, depending on the length of time in a semester. So some online intro classes are very short, some are very long. So there's going to be about 6 of them. There might be 5, but anyhow, this is where you're going to go and you're going to communicate with your fellow classmates. You're basically going to read the discussion board tab, okay, through there, okay, through the discussion board tab. Then you can go to the current week's forum. You can read about what you need to answer. You're going to answer that week's current forum, okay, and then you're going to create your own thread. Okay, once you create your own thread, then you can see your other classmates' threads. Once you've created your own thread, you can read your fellow classmates' thread. You're going to have to reply to those threads. And after you replied, you can take some time off, maybe a day or something off. Then you can go back and read your thread that you started and read the replies that students left for you. And then you should respond to those replies. So, very simple. I have instructions on this, again, in Blackboard. Feel free to look over that, but most students understand that fairly straightforward. Short answer. There's going to be various types of exams, and some of them will be these exams here, the 4 exams at 50 points apiece. Those are going to be all multiple choice. And there's going to be some exams that are just short answer, okay? And those are, again, going to be located on Blackboard. So what's going to be a potential short answer or exam type question, a short answer or multiple choice question? Well, basically anything that comes from those assignments, those weekly assignments, anything that I give you to read, as well as anything that is in my PowerPoints. I have recorded PowerPoints that will be posted on Blackboard, as well as in the textbook, okay? So anything there is totally fair game. Now, where are the exams located? Well, like I said, both the short answer and the exam, as well as even the cumulative final, are going to be located in Blackboard, okay? You will not have to go to CLC to take anything in person. Now, I used to require that. People had to go to the testing center, and that was a major pain in the butt. A lot of kids didn't like this. A lot of students didn't like this because, they're taking an online class because they, are taking an online class. They want to, they don't want to drive to CLC, but now I'm making them drive. Now I don't. Nobody has to come to CLC to get anything unless you want to buy the textbook. But they're located, and so therefore they're located online, the exams, okay? So makes it pretty simple. You can access these exams very simply. I'll show you where to go, but basically in the Blackboard course, you go through course documents plus homework. That's a little tab. Then by clicking the exams folder, boom, once you're in the exams folder, then you can go to the exam that you're currently on and click that. However, you can't access the exam without a password. So during the exam week, I'll send out an announcement with a password on it, okay? And you can type it in, and you can get started on the exam. That's how it will be for the cumulative final as well. The cumulative final will be at the end of the semester, obviously, and it'll be pretty straightforward. Anything that you have during the semester, on a prior test could be on there. Any information that we just talk about in general will potentially be on there. So cumulative is from the first chapter all the way to the last chapter. That's what cumulative means, and that's what I view a final as. Okay. All right. So a final video. That's going to be a pretty cool assignment as well. This is going to be a point when you can actually come in person to CLC. If you don't want to, if you can't, that's totally fine, up to you. I'll give you another way of viewing the video. However, the final video is when I basically reserve a large auditorium room. All my face-to-face classes, there's quite a few, and many of those students come, as well as mixed in with some of the online students. They come as well to watch this movie. After they watch the movie, they go home. They basically write a paper on a couple of the themes located from the movie, and relate a couple of the themes located and found within the movie to some of the concepts that we've learned about in psychology. So pretty straightforward. It's a nice way of basically trying to wrap in psychology to the real world. Real world in some way. It's a movie. People like watching movies. Okay, so that's there for you. I think the date is, well, the date, I'll tell you right now, is typically towards the end of the semester. Please look at the schedule located at the bottom of the syllabus, at the back of the syllabus, the last pages of the syllabus, to verify the dates. Okay, it's typically starts typically around 6 o'clock, and you can look at the exact date though. All right, so there's some room for extra credit. Extra credit goes like this. I have a Facebook page, and I know you're probably like, Facebook, come on, what are you, 45? Right? Well, I'm not yet there, but I'm getting there. So basically, Facebook is, I know that students don't oftentimes use it, more like, Instagram, Snapchat, so on and so forth. But Facebook is really, really excellent at the role that I want to play here. So the role that I want to play is I have a page dedicated to psychology. It's called Psych to CLC. So if you have a Facebook account, or if you don't, create a Facebook account and log into Psych to CLC. Join the page, I'll approve you, and you can start posting in there. or replying to people's threads. So basically, what it consists of is my Facebook page, Psyched at CLC. It's a page for my classes at CLC, my Introduction to Psychology classes, and it's a wonderful way of sharing information with fellow students. Now, Instagram, you could totally share stuff, but you wouldn't be necessarily sharing it to the classmates that you're with, okay, fellow psychology students. You'd just be sharing it to, potentially the world or your friends. So here, in respect to Facebook, it's an area where, people can talk about a common interest, psychology. So that's what you can do. You can get per chapter, you can post one time, and that can either be a thread or a reply. Just make sure your replies are long enough. I have details on this within Blackboard. So another thing that you need to know is that you can only get points, 2 points per chapter, and you can't do more than 2 posts in a day. And then, you can, but you just won't get credit for one of those posts. Also, if you post, the 3 chapters, let's just say 1, 2, 3, you have to do that before we take the test, okay? Once a test has elapsed for, chapters 1, 2, and 3, then you cannot post on 1, 2, and 3, the chapters any longer. I have some of these details located in a document on Blackboard that you can also read. Alright, so in the event that, you've done this homework, you've done the extra credit, and you just want more practice, well, I have that. I'll show you where you can find these on Blackboard, but there's cumulative tests, practice cumulative tests located in the Study Tools section, as well as quizzes per chapter located in the Study Tools section. Here's the assignments. There's roughly 561 points, approximately. There's going to be a normal a curve, no, there's not curve, what am I saying? There's a normal breakdown for grading, A through D and F, okay? So what if you are, studying and you're just doing poorly on the exams? Well, there's a couple things that you can do. You can make sure that you're doing all the assignments. You can call me, you can come in and talk to me, but you can also go to CLC's psychology tutoring. And that can be located in, well, it will be located in the library. And I will also post a series of hours where the CLC psychology individuals will have the table set up and, have the hours for tutoring for that semester. So just pay attention to the announcements of Blackboard for the hours to go seek out tutoring. But again, if you want to come and talk to me, that's fine. Just look at my office hours via the announcements, as well as if you want to send me an email, feel free to do that too. Academic dishonesty, don't cheat. Just don't do it. Tests are closed book, closed note, don't do it. Just do the best you can overall. Yeah, use your own words, and there you have it. So don't cheat. You know what cheating is, so don't do it. Special circumstances, please let me know within the first couple weeks of class if you need any sort of special situations. I'm not sure if anyone has talked to OSD, but OSD would be there for individuals who probably need these special circumstances. So make sure that they contact me and we'll get things situated. In respect to counseling, that's a very, very important piece of the whole puzzle. If you're ever experiencing any sort of anxiety, depression, maybe you've gone through some sort of issues in respect to, post-traumatic stress disorder, sexual assault. CLC has counselors that are located right across from the one-stop center, okay? Very, very helpful. If you need to contact someone, you can go to the actual counseling center at CLC, or you could contact me and I could hook you up with someone located in that division, or that department. So there you have it. Again, if you are caught cheating, I will make sure that that you fail a particular assignment. If on the second attempt that you cheat and you successfully cheat, then I will report that to the dean, and then therefore you will likely be dropped from the course, and possibly even further discipline will be taken. Okay? All right, cool. So basically, here's some important college locations and numbers if you want to call them, depending on where your campus is located. But what I don't necessarily want to talk about too much is the weekly course schedule, because there's going to be some dates there, and that'll mess people up. But basically, the weekly course schedule is going to be arranged like this. There's going to be in the week the course, the current, the current material that you're going to be on opens on a Saturday morning, so you can get started on a Saturday morning to Sunday, and then it closes every time on that Sunday night at 11:59. So on Monday at midnight, boom, the course for that week closes. The topic will appear there, the chapter readings. You're going to have to do the chapter readings. The exams are always due by the end of that current week's module, that current week's material. The short answer are also due at that end of that week as well. And the discussion board, there's various dates located within that, so just pay attention to those. And those dates are clearly labeled in the discussion board. Alright, so I think that's it. Feel free to ask me any questions if you so desire.